All right, it's the NFL Week 16 spread picks. Unfortunately, we fell short on Thursday night. The Jets just didn't get the job done against the Jaguars. But I got 3 money picks for tomorrow's games, Christmas Eve games. I'm going to try to make this video quick. First game up, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Cleveland Browns. The Saints are +3 on -115 odds. It looks like the Saints might go down to +2.5. We might get the Cleveland Browns at -2.5, and that's basically what I'm waiting on tonight, you guys. I will be on the Cleveland Browns -2.5, possibly -3. Just depends what I get the line in at. And I just think this is a great spot for the Browns that they're not really relying on Deshaun Watson. They're going to be using the run game. This team wants to attack with the run game, and with the low total and the wind as heavy as it's going to be, the conditions that they're going to be playing in, it's just a perfect spot to take the Browns and just a run game, pound it down on the Saints. The Saints just struggle on the road. Andy Dalton, you don't want to back Andy Dalton on the road. The time to back the Saints is when they're at home and when they're playing against a team in a morning or afternoon time slate, and when it's not on prime time. That's when you want to back the Saints, when they're at home. But you don't want to back the Saints on the road. They've been abysmal this year. This spot reminds me of when we took the Steelers at home as small favorites against the Saints a few weeks prior. And I just think the Browns are going to take care of business here. Browns -3 is the first money pick of the week. Next game, we got a money pick here. It's the Philadelphia Eagles at the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are -4.5, and that's an official play right there. I haven't put these tickets in yet. I'm probably going to put them in shortly after this video. I told you guys I'm just waiting to see what goes on with that Browns number if we get the 2.5. So that way if the Browns win by 3, we cash. You guys know every point matters, every half point matters in the NFL, so I'm just waiting on that. But the Dallas Cowboys at -4.5, this is a must-win game for the Cowboys. I know that they're probably going to end up being the 5th seed. I know that the Eagles are probably going to be first and win the division. But this is a must-win game for the Cowboys for the simple fact that they lost to the Eagles earlier this year with Cooper Rush. Now Dak Prescott in there. This is going to be the biggest game of the season for him. No Jalen Hurts. He's going to have to show and prove that he can beat these Eagles. And especially with Jalen Hurts not being out there, he has no excuse not to win this game. They got to get the job done. Gardner Minshew, he's a gamer, but it's just not going to be enough against this Cowboys defense that's coming off a disappointing L to the Jaguars. They're going to want to respond here. The Cowboys at home, this is where they function well. Against the Washington Commanders, they start slow. They have this little ugly game, and eventually they break out and they cover the game. They win the game. Against the New York Giants, the game was ugly. It was close. The Giants even had a lead, and then the Cowboys broke out and took a big lead. Of course, the Giants backdoored that, but the point is that the Cowboys eventually got hot during that game. Against the Colts, we know that it was a close game up until the fourth quarter. All of a sudden, the Cowboys just broke it open. That's what this Cowboys team does at home. When the Cowboys are at home, at some point in the game, they're just going to pop. Their offense, the run is just going to get a big. Tony Pollard's just going to break away and get free. Dak is going to find a guy open. They're going to scheme a guy open. The defense is going to force a fumble or get an interception, pick six or something. They're going to get something to go their way. It's Christmas Eve. There's going to be a lot of energy. It's the game of the week. I just don't think the Cowboys are going to let up here. This is the perfect chance for the Cowboys to take advantage of the Eagles with no Jalen Hurts. And even if Jalen Hurts was in the game when it opened up at Cowboys -1, -1.5, I love the Cowboys. I was going to get on here earlier in the week and tell you guys that was a money pick. I was just waiting to see what the status of Jalen Hurts was. And once Jalen Hurts was officially ruled out, they're saying uncertain, whatever, Jalen Hurts isn't going to play. And with Jalen Hurts officially out, spread going up to 4.5, I still like it. Cowboys are going to win this game by at least a touchdown. Cowboys are going to front run at home. That's what they do. Cowboys take care of business here. -4.5, they cover. Give me Cowboys by at least a touchdown. And for the Christmas Eve primetime game, Saturday night, we got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Raiders are +2 on the road, and the Steelers are the third and final money pick of the week for me. I really love the Steelers here at -2. I'm glad that it's at -2 right now. Anything under 3 is a play on the Steelers here. And you just got to look at the Raiders first thing first. The Raiders are a team that just finds ways to lose games. Tomlin is a coach that finds ways to win games. We know that the Raiders on the road just aren't as good as they are at home. At home, they find ways to get the job done, but on the road, they're just not that impressive. They're just not that good on the road this season in particular. Derek Carr in cold weather never fares well. This team isn't physical enough. They don't have enough grit to them. And the Steelers, that's what the Steelers are all about. And with the immaculate reception, they're going to be hanging up Franco's jersey, retiring his jersey tomorrow night. There's just a lot going on with the Steelers, and they want to stay at least 500 or better for Tomlin this season. They're fighting for playoff contention. They're going against the Raiders. Really, this is a big game with playoff implications for the wild card seeding. The Steelers are going to go all out. Kenny Pickett is starting at quarterback for the Steelers in this game. I just think the home field advantage is going to be too much. The weather conditions are going to be too much. Tomlin is just going to outcoach Josh McDaniels. This is where Josh McDaniels and his lack of just grit and being able to get the guys all together and buy into the system, that's where it falls short here against Mike Tomlin. We love Tomlin when he's a dog, especially when he's a home dog. That's when you want to back Mike Tomlin. But even as a short favorite here, I'm still going to get down with the Steelers. This is just a Steelers or nothing play. Anybody taking the Raiders, I just don't get it. Yeah, I know the Raiders have the more explosive offense. The Raiders might be the more overall talented team. But Derek Carr is like starting to see ghosts in the pocket, and he's one of my favorite quarterbacks ever. I love Derek Carr. I grew up a Raiders fan, but he's seeing ghosts in the pocket, and he's starting to do his Carson Wentz impersonation. He's getting a little scared back there. TJ Watt is coming. TJ Watt is going to take him down. He might get a strip sack. Derek Carr's probably going to throw an interception. Been real careless with the football lately. This just is not a good spot for the Raiders. Maybe if you're playing Madden or if this game was in Vegas, you would say take the Raiders in this spot. But in Pittsburgh, in these conditions, it's Steelers or nothing. Give me the Steelers -2 for the third money play of the week. Once again, the money picks for this week are the Cleveland Browns. I want them at 2.5, but I'll go official with -3 if I have to. I'm going to get the pick in after this video is uploaded. The Steelers -2, even at -2.5, I still like that play. And the Cowboys at -4.5, and I would take the Cowboys at anything under 6. So Cowboys -5, Cowboys -5.5, I would still take. But officially, I'll go ahead and put the Cowboys out there at -4.5, the Steelers at -2, and the Cleveland Browns at -2.5, 3. Those are the 3 money plays. We came up short on Thursday Night Football, but I just feel real good about all 3 spots here. I think we're going to have a real good weekend, finish this week off 3-1, and we're going to just crush the playoffs. I feel real good about where I stand with these teams going into the postseason. I just feel like I have a good feel and good read on these teams, and I have a lot of data on them now. So we're gonna up the bets a little bit, and we're gonna make up for any lost bets that we had earlier in the year, and we're gonna end the season off strong. Thank you guys for watching. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.